Good morning, everybody. How y'all doing? I am here with Linda. She is from New Jersey. She is the owner of Your Savvy Agent. This is her brand. This is what she does. And I'm glad she's taken some time out of her day to join me today to talk about real estate and what she's doing. So how you doing, Linda?
I'm doing great, Terry. How are you? Thank you so much for having me on. I appreciate it.
I'm glad you found some time. You know, you're very welcome. And it's always nice to talk to people doing some things a little bit different than everybody else. So
absolutely.
Yeah, so I see your videos sometimes. I see them on Facebook. I see you do it, and you're definitely not afraid of the camera. So that's a big thing with most agents, or big thing with everybody, but most are afraid to do it. So
absolutely, it took time.
Right. That's awesome. So tell us a little bit about what you have going on. I mean, like, why real estate, and then just give us a little background about yourself.
Okay, sure. So I've been a real estate agent now for 5 years. I started in New York.
Okay.
I wanted to do something that was flexible and I can still make money and contribute to the household, so I can have some flexibility with my children. That was the main part of doing it at first.
Right.
I got my license. I want to say it was 2008, actually, during the market crash.
Oh, wow.
So it was a difficult time. Everyone thought I was crazy, but I thought, hey, if you can do it, you can do it now. You can do it at any time.
Right.
Market's always up and down. Got my license, and unfortunately, my brother passed away shortly after. And I just took it with the whole family. We took it very hard. It was unexpectedly, and I had a hard time focusing. To be honest with you, I would go to the office and I would just cry, and I just couldn't do it,
Right.
Anyway, but I worked for a great family-owned business, ERA. They were located, I believe they're still there in Queens. Great company. It was just difficult for me personally. Right. So I let my license expire, and then my husband and I moved to New Jersey.
Okay.
In New Jersey, I was a stay-at-home mom for a while, and then I got a W-2 job. And after that job, I went and got my license in New Jersey, and hence 5 years, later. So I've been, I was with a local company, then I went to a Century 21, which I actually really liked. I really liked the people that I worked with. I really did enjoy the environment. And then I was making the move. This was more than 2 years ago. I was making the move to Virginia Beach, and that move changed. But that's how I found out about eXp. My very best friend's husband said, there's this guy that comes in here all the time, and he's so happy all the time. He's upbeat, he's happy. And before you decide on a brokerage, you should chat with him, because I had my mindset to go to another Century 21.
Right. Only makes sense. Yeah.
Right. I was looking for another Century 21. But anyway, he put me in touch with Randy.
Okay.
And honestly, it was a no-brainer. I worked in finance for years. Right. So the whole, share, stock share, that was a no-brainer for me. Right. And I said, I'm moving to eXp. Then the move didn't happen to Virginia Beach.
Yeah.
We stood in Jersey. And I said, oh, well, I guess I'm staying at Century 21. Then I found out eXp was in New Jersey.
Yeah.
Game changer.
That's awesome.
That's what I did.
Right. Well, that's awesome. So you had a license in New York, New Jersey, and you're gonna.
And now I'm working on Virginia.
Now you're working on Virginia. So if anybody, that's the thing. Those tests sometimes they're easy. Not usually though. That's a lot of work studying for those tests and everything. So
that's the worst part.
If you did it in New York and New Jersey, you can do it in Virginia. I promise you that. Easier, probably.
I love Virginia Beach in particular. I love the vibe. I love the energy. I've been visiting for years. I've been wanting to move here for a long time.
Right.
And finally, the move is really going to happen.
Yeah.
So, I'm in the process of actually, getting my, taking my exam and doing what I got to do.
I got you. Well, very cool. Very cool. So, I mean, so back in Century 21, you said it was a great company, and it is, no doubt. And I think you even said when you got there, you ended up tripling your business, right? Now it's at Century 21. So
I did.
yeah.
That was the best that I've ever done in real estate, was when I
Okay.
was at 121.
Gotcha.
One holiday, we had a holiday party, and I was given an award for tripling my business.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And yeah. But it was an award. It wasn't a bonus like you would get at an actual company. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, and that's
Yeah.
the difference with eXp.
Right. So they gave you
You know what I
basically
mean?
like a plaque or a piece of paper that said
Right,
congratulations.
right. It's recognition, and you appreciate it, of course.
Right.
And I mean, we are independent contractors. We're entrepreneurs. We run our own businesses.
Mm-hmm.
But it was acknowledgement.
Right.
With the XP, that's different.
Yeah, it's a little bit different here. We eXp seems to reward people with not only the recognition, but with actual dollars that go in your account, which you can use. So
that makes a huge, huge difference.
no.
Being with the XP, quite honestly, as a woman, and as a Latina, being a minority, it means a lot to me to work with a company that has culture, that is fair. eXp is that across the board.
Right.
Across the board. It doesn't matter if I was licensed for 1 year or 5 years. We all start the same way. Unless you're new, I want to get into that. But if
Right.
you've been licensed for at least a year, we're all going to start at the same commission, with the same commission.
Right. Right.
You're not going to be in an office where sometimes, sometimes the men get paid more, honestly, at some brokerages. And sometimes if you're someone's favorite, if you're the broker's favorite or whatever, they'll give you more. It all depends. But we all, across the board, we start the same, and we work, depending on your hustle.
Right.
You get to that 100%. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's like a no-brainer. We have several ways of making income. And as you know, what happens with us? We're independent contractors. We don't have benefits. Guess what? With the XP, you have health benefits. We don't have what did I want to say? We're commission based, so it makes it's not easy being commission based.
Right.
And with the XP, you have several ways of earning income if you want to.
No, agreed. Like you said, I mean, there's basically with the home warranties, I mean, there's options in several states as we grow to buy into the mortgage side of things. You get your stocks, which I'm sure you have, a lot of those. So that's nice.
That's
so
right. That's right. We get our
stocks,
you can cash out if you needed to. Why? No, you shouldn't cash out now.
Right.
Because it's just growing. The stock is just getting better. I worked in the financial district in Manhattan. So the whole share thing was a no-brainer to me. That's where I learned how to invest in stocks, actually. So, when Randy was telling me about eXp, I was like, wait, what? It's kind of like our 401k.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's basically like a retirement. I mean, I've been licensed like 18 years and never had anything.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, and I saw my parents do it and they never had anything. And, once I saw it, like you, I saw it, I was like, oh my, like, is this real? This is the biggest guy. What? And you were in New Jersey. I guess you met Randy through a friend, right? And then didn't you drive down from New Jersey? Yeah, you did.
I did. So I talked to Randy on the phone,
right?
And he was giving me just information about eXp, and I was like, wait, what? Oh my God, that sounds fantastic. So he said, oh, we're having like a seminar, out here in Virginia Beach. And when you're serious about something, you're gonna do it.
You did.
And I say, hey, when is it? I put down the date in my calendar, and I drove down there, and that's where I met you.
Right.
I met great people there that day. And just the whole vibe and the energy, it was just awesome, to be very honest with you. The fact that we're virtual, although we're virtual, we have such a culture.
Yeah.
And sometimes you don't even find that in a physical office. Because in a traditional office, because I remember this, let's say you have a listing appointment and you're pulling out your documents, everyone's like so secretive. They're trying to hide their things. They don't want people to see, what you're doing. A lot of people don't want to share. Some do share, but there are many that don't share. And when you're new, and especially when you go from state to state, for me, you're starting all over again. The
Right.
beautiful thing about eXp, I'm starting in another state, but I still have that same culture. I still have the same people. We have our workplace. I still have that. So
Yeah.
that didn't change. The only thing that's going to change for me is the fact that I have a different MLS.
Right. So, I mean, yeah, like you said, it's still the same business. You still have your brand, your savvy agent, which is huge, especially as you put out videos. It's just going to be in a different spot. Like you said, the business stays the same. eXp is the same all the way in all 50 states. We are the same company. So just like you move from one state, wherever it is, but you're coming from New Jersey to Virginia, don't miss a beat. You don't have to learn any new systems.
That's right.
Everything stays the same. And it's, no, that's awesome. I've been in Virginia. I've only been licensed in Virginia, but I've been licensed in North Carolina, but I've never left the location. So I've never had to think about that. But in your position, I mean, everything stays in place.
Yeah, you don't miss a beat. And I do want to touch on something that you just said. You get to market yourself.
Right.
And that is a huge game changer,
Mm-hmm.
because you can't do that with too many brokerages.
Right.
They have a lot of rules, not to say that, eXp doesn't have any policies. Of course, they have policies, but
Right.
you get to market yourself. So, my brand is Your Savvy Agent.
Right.
I get to market myself as Your Savvy Agent. When I recommend, which we agents, we do this all the time. Oh my God, I work for a great brokerage, come check it out, especially for new agents that are just starting out. They're, getting their feet wet. They interview with different brokerages, just like I did. That's what I did when I first got my license.
Right.
And you don't benefit from actually referring that agent to, your brokerage.
Right.
But with the eXp, you benefit huge.
Right.
Huge. And that is another game changer.
Right.
It's another game changer. The whole virtual thing, I don't know. I think it's kind of strange to say, but I think the fact that we're virtual, we're more giving. I don't know if that makes any sense, but
I think you're touching on something there, because it is. I mean, because I've never experienced anything like this, but no matter where we are, what we're doing, we still connect face to face. Me and you are talking in real time right now. I mean, but we still get together. We still talk. And I think we end up talking more, and we end up sharing more.
I've never worked with a brokerage that shared as much as eXp. I'm talking about from listings. They will share their entire listing presentation in writing. Do you remember the contest that they had?
That Glenn did.
And hundreds of agents were sharing from all over the world in eXp what they do. And that's the other great thing. I get to market with agents from all states. So this state is doing one thing and that state is doing something else. And if your state's not doing it, guess what? You can take a little bit of that, you can take a little bit of this, and put it together and do your own thing. It's just wonderful. I don't know. I absolutely love, and I'm not just saying that because you're interviewing me, but honestly, I love working with eXp, and I love the agents, complete strangers that I reach out to, and they're everyone. I have not had any bad experiences, not one.
No, that's awesome. That's awesome. I mean, that says a lot, because you've been here now, pushing 3 years somewhere there?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And I mean, and that's the thing, we run across people from all walks of life, all personalities. It's probably one of the most diverse companies there is out there, but everybody has the same mentality. We all want to help. And then from helping each other, the company rewards us financially, which is phenomenal. Nothing like it out there.
It's fantastic. It's fantastic. I met great people. And I mean, Randy alone, Randy personally.
Yeah.
Before I met him, so giving, I don't know. He shares everything, I don't know what else to say.
No, I mean, I think you said it. I mean, I don't want to take up too much of your day, but no, I think you nailed everything. And I just wanted to, find out, successful Century 21 was making a transition, looking at other companies. And like you said, it made sense to go to another Century 21. But once you saw this, you couldn't unsee it. It was there. It was in your brain.
You know, sometimes it's kind of funny. Sometimes people think too long
Okay.
about making a change. Too long, you
Right.
know. But if it makes sense to you the first time, go for it.
Right.
Just go for it.
Yeah.
It made sense to me. It clicked the minute I spoke to Randy on the phone. I wasn't even at the seminar. The seminar was I was just blown away.
Right.
But speaking to him on the phone, I said, "Oh my God, this is like unreal. I love what I'm hearing."
Right.
But you need to just jump and do it. Just do it. When you think about it too long, you just make up a whole bunch of excuses. And fear is one of them, to be very honest with you.
Right.
Although in the back of my mind, I really did like the brokerage that I was with, I was kind of fearful. Oh, what are they going to say?
Right.
What are you going to think about me? But guess what? It's not about them. It's
Yeah.
about you.
Right.
It's about you, your family, you know, and for me, it was a better move for me and for my family. And it just
Right.
made, if you're willing to make a change, you know, why not?
No,
Why not? You got nothing to lose.
yeah, and see, that's huge. And I think when you said it is because, you know, here's the thing. People all the time are at brokerages they love. I mean, that's the thing. Like, there's a bunch of great brokerages outside of eXp. There's a bunch of great brokers outside of eXp. But you do have to make it about you because it's your livelihood, it's your brand, it's your family and your friends that you're looking out for. And I mean, and unfortunately, it's the truth when I say this is that no brokerage out there is going to say, oh, you're having a tough time, you know, here's some extra money or take this or take that. Just like, hey, I'm sorry to hear that. But you build a business here with great people across the board, and they're always there to help out, offer advice, share, and not to mention the company is also dropping money into your account extra each month just by you building your business in like you would anywhere else, you know?
And
So,
it's just not, and it's not even just the money. Listen, I know agents that have been licensed, they've been working for over 10, 15 years, still on 50% splits. Can you imagine? 50%. And that is the norm when you first start.
right.
For many brokerages, it's 50%. And that is, I don't want to say across the board, but for many brokerages, like I said. But there are
Right.
agents that have been doing that for years and they feel bad because of the, you know, the broker in the office or the people that they know. It's
Yeah.
not about them. It's your business. You know, it's your business. It's not just eXp pays us extremely well, gives us shares. The technology, if I have a problem, I go to our world, go take my little avatar, go to the technology desk,
Right.
and someone helps me ASAP.
Right.
When I was at a physical office and I had issues,
Yeah.
I have to call so-and-so, who has to call so-and-so. Oh, well, the tech person doesn't come until Wednesday.
Oh, God.
And here we are, virtual.
Right.
Not even a physical office.
Yeah.
And I get a response like that.
That's the
It's
thing.
like, hey, Linda, how are you? How can I help you?
Right. Right. I know it's the craziest thing. People are like, you guys really don't have support. We have more support here than I've ever seen anywhere. And
Absolutely.
It goes unmatched. It truly does. I mean, there's so many levels of support and places to turn to. So yeah, and once people get in and actually experience it, as you did, as I did, as Randy has, and so many others, they're like, I get my questions and support needed within seconds, not within a day.
That's what I'm talking about. It's crazy.
Yeah. So I mean, the support's through the roof. The training. I mean, you've seen hundreds of hours of training each week. If somebody wants to try and do all that, it's a phenomenal. It's insane. I won't even say phenomenal. It's crazy. That's what it is.
But I'm glad that you touched base on the training. That Century 21 has great training.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the reason why over 2 years ago, when I was initially going to make the move to Virginia Beach,
Right.
I was looking for Century 21.
Right.
Because number one, I like the office and I like the people.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm thinking, oh, it's probably going to be the same in another state, hoping that it was.
Right.
But number two, the training. They had great training.
Mm-hmm.
But what eXp has to offer blew them out of the water. And I'm not speaking bad about Century 21.
Right.
So please don't, I don't want anyone to come, say, oh, she said, Century 21.
Right.
It's like,
No.
they did not. But they did have great training. But
Right.
nothing compares to the training that we have. Nothing.
Yeah.
Hundreds of hours. Some are live, pre-recorded. I mean, I don't know.
It's everywhere.
From branding yourself, from video, from shares. If you want to recruit agents, whatever it is, you're gonna find it.
Yeah, yeah. You're building your business the way you want to, and they just give you everything you need, it sounds like. So, well, that's awesome. I'm glad it's working out for you. I'm excited to have you coming to Virginia Beach.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Bringing that agent
I can't
down.
wait. Yes, yes, yes.
Kill it. You're gonna kill it down here.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
I'm excited. I know Randy's excited to have you down, and then we can mastermind, collaborate, get together face to face, and
I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, I think it's going to be awesome. So, yeah, so we'll go ahead and wrap it up. It's been around 20 minutes or so, so I don't want to take too much up. I know you got videos to make and people to talk to. So,
thank you so much, Terry. I really, really appreciate your time, and I appreciate you having me on.
Yes, well, thanks again for everything. We'll be talking. And again, guys, this is Linda, your savvy agent, and she will be
your savvy agent across all platforms. Thanks.
Awesome. You have an awesome day, and we'll talk soon, Linda, okay?
You too. All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.